Hello everyone, welcome to the practical session of CDMA, modulator and demodulator, DSSS, direct space spectrum technology. So this is the practical kits for our experiment. So this is a modulator kit, demodulator kit. So we need two power supply for this experiment, for modulator, demodulator. This is the kit designed by Scientech Technology. Its model number is 2131B, modulator, demodulator. So for performing this practical, we need transmitter and receiver. And to configure this transmitter and receiver, we need one software called CDMA DSSS modulator. We'll see in later stage, and one DSO for seeing and performing the different test point and observing the different patterns and waveforms. So this is actually our kit. So you can see here this is the block diagram for modulator. So as we have already studied the DSSS modulator in our subject. So this is the actual block diagram. So before going to the actual experiment, I will tell you some about this kit and all these things. So wireless mobile communication system provide the access to the capabilities of the global network at any time, irrespective of the location and the mobility of the user. So when we say the mobility of the user, means anybody can access any from anywhere to anyone through the communication. So the direct sequence space spectrum, which is also called as DSSS technique, incorporate into the CDMA. So earlier in GSM there is no DSS technology is implemented. So basically CDMA is a first version of GSM. After that GSM is came. So in CDMA technique, it's a large number of users in one radio channel depending on the voice activity level. So according to the priority of the user, and CDMA allocate the different channel for a different user. So due to that, the more number of users can use the same channel, and also due to the DSS spectrum signal, so immunity to jamming is also increases. So there is a low risk of jamming the signal and the hacking the signal, and low distortion is also there, and enable the resolution of multipath component in time of dispersive radio propagation channel. So in what happen in another communication, multipath fading is a disadvantage. So due to the multipath, receiver cannot able to detect the signal and demodulate the signal. So that phenomena is here the plus point, and we are using the multipath fading as our multi-carrier signal. So space spectrum is a type of modulation that spread the data transmission across the variable frequency band. So in excess of the minimum bandwidth required to send the information. The scattering may make the signal resistive to the noise and other interference. While talking about this kit, so this is the 2131B textbook Scientech kit, which provides a detailed understanding of the concept behind the CDMA, DSSS, and the various points that need to be considered in designing of the direct sequence space spectrum system. Like they include the generation of the various pseudo-random code. As you know that it is a PN code. Short form of the pseudo-random code is PN codes, and the different code like gold code, MLS, maximum length sequence, Barker code with user selectable tapping. So we can configure different points and different bits. We'll see in next stage. So we can configure each and every point and every tapping in this kit. So it has also baseband modulation types like BPSK, QPSK, OQSK, and digital AWGN noise. And the main advantage of this kit is we can add the AWGN noise with a root rise cosine filter, which is also called as RRC filter. As we have learned in DSP processor, RRC filters, so low pass filter. So we can also perform the analysis on bit error rate, that is BER measurement, with known data sequence, overall data rate dependency parameter, spreading and despreading of the signal with the DSSS, how to control the SNR, what is the effect on the transmitted signal, received signal, offset control, and so on. So this is the transmitter, modulator, and demodulator. So to make the communication possible in between, we need to connect this kit via this cable. So via this cable we have to connect the modulator, demodulator. In our case we are performing the wired communication for studying purpose, but in actual scenario you will see the wireless communication. So but in our kit there is no facility for wireless communication. So in our kit we are using this cable to make the communication between both. And one thing for configuration this kit we need to use the software provided by Scientific. So for that we need one USB cable which is connected to the PC via PC, and this is the demodulator kit connected via USB, same cable. This is a type B USB cable. This is power supply connected to this kit. This is power supply for demodulator. This is a DSO. So the feature of this kit, we are the complete CDM and direct spectrum system, customized real-time software. So we can configure each and every point and modulation scheme and the bit error. We will see in next practical next session. So how to configure that analog time signal, digital set time signal, and we can also perform the analysis on frequency domain as well as time domain. So spectrum DSS modulator, demodulator for higher learning, having the more than 25 test points, onboard BSC connector for INQ data. So if you can see here, this is actually our kit. So they are the connected BNC connector kept here for taking the signal out. So these are the test points, similar for a demodulator. This is our kit. So onboard BNC connector for analog INQ analysis. And software based variable chip rate and maximum this kit support up to 10 Mbps chip rate, so you can configure accordingly 1 to 10 Mbps chipsets. So user can select the different types of gold code. So basically there are 3 different codes which we are going to use. That's gold code, MLS, that is a maximum length sequence, Barker code. So we can configure for each and every method. So user can design its own, and we can also design our own Golder MLS code, and we have to do some calculation for that. So built-in digital data generator, built-in additive white Gaussian noise, as I already said, and we can also measure the BER with different signal to noise ratios. So this is the technical document for this kit. So you can see here that these are the technical specification of this kit. So you just go through it and just look at the what are the specification of this kit. So you can see the gold sequence, maximum length sequence, Barker code. These are the specification of kit. Before going to the next practical, next step, you just go through this technical document. You will see the experiment and theory of this. So now we will start with our experiment. So before that, you have to make the connection. This is power supply for both kit, for kit 1, for this power supply for kit 2. So we need to connect power supply here. Here is a power on off button. You can switch on off button using this. So we will just turn on this kit. This is demodulator kit. We need to turn on. And before turn on the kit, make the connection between both kit. This is the flex cable which we are going to use to connect these two kit. So likewise we have to do the connection between two kit, and for making the communication between our PC and this kit we need one USB cable for each kit, and we are connected to PC. So just turn on the kit. You will see a light which indicate the kit is on. So you can see here the different blocks are there. Like this is the demodulator side. So there is an information signal, sample clock signal, data bits. So these are we are going to configure by using software. So this is our baseband signal which is stored in buffer, and this is the modulator having the different modulation scheme, BPSK, QPSK, OQPSK. So we can select any one of these, and bit clock, how many bit we are going to use, and after that we get the INQ data. So after getting INQ data, we are going to perform the spectrum modulation. So for that we need PN sequence, PN code generator. So this is the PN code generator block which generate the PN sequence according to our type of coding scheme, and which will give the PN code, and which will multiply with our signal. So after that we have some filter, IRRC filter, QRRC filter, and some, if you want to add some noise, additive noise is there. You can add or remove the noise according to our test cases. These are the frequency offsets, the digital frequency translation, interpolation. These are the some ADC output, I DAC, Q DAC out, I filter out. So these are the test points which we can see on spectrum analyzer as well as the DSO. So these are test point. So so basically spread spectrum system are the spreading the information signal like D of t we have, you can see here the block diagram. In D of t is the input signal and PN code is our generated PN code, and this is transmit signal. So basically we are multiplying the low frequency signal with the high bandwidth signal. So its spectrum system are the spreading the information signal D of t, which has the bandwidth BW info over the much higher bandwidth BW SS. So basically our information signal have bandwidth BW info, let's say, and the spectrum bandwidth has a BW SS. So you can see here the relation between the information signal bandwidth and the spectrum signal bandwidth, and this is the relation between the bandwidth and the noise signal and the chip rate and all these things. So this term we will get to know in a user manual. So we just go through the user manual, and these are the test point which we are going to connect on DSO and observe the waveform. So after connecting this kit to demodulator, this modulator signal came in demodulated input. So in demodulated side, we have the already PN sequence which have the PN sequence which have done it in transmit side. So we need the same PN sequence that we have transmitted from transmitted side. So that signal is coming through via this cable. So these are the resampling. So this is the demodulator block. So digital frequency translation. So this is exactly reverse process as a modulator does. So these are the carrier modulation, carrier tracking, PLL, auto gain control, auto frequency control, IND filter. So these are the points. So basically goal was to verify the data which we are transmitting from modulator side should get reflected at the demodulator output side. So these are the basic aim for this kit. So you can see here the basic difference in DSS signal and other signal. So the main principle of the spread spectrum communication is that the bandwidth occupies much higher than the usual. So you can see here the bandwidth required for TS symbol is less as compared to the bandwidth required for transmitted signal. So this is, and the spreading is done by combining the data signal with the code which we have generated. And basically the PN noise signal have the three type, like a balance three properties, like balance property, run property, correlation property. So we can verify these also by using this kit. And this is the software required for performing the practical. So just go to the software. So this is a software designed by the Syntec for this particular kit. So you can see here the virtual interface is there. So this is the modulator, demodulator, and BR measurement. So if you see here, this is the actual our modulator kit, demodulator kit, and BR measurement block. So when we click on the modulator block, some pop-up will come. So this is the internal block diagram for the modulator kit. So you can see here the different blocks are there. Same block as I showed on kit. You can see here these are the block, and we can configure each and every block from software itself. So from starting we have to first detect whether our kit is detected or not. For that we need to click on auto detect. When we click on auto detect, so it will show CDMA DSS modulator detected. That means our kit is connected. So we'll go to click OK. So after that make the factory reset. So whichever the setting are done earlier, which will get reset. After factory reset, we will show this message. Okay. So and we need to configure the parameter according to us. So these are the parameter which we will configure in our next practical. So just look at these parameters. Different codes are there. So chip rate, I has already said that this is 1 to 10 mm chips we have in our kit. So we can perform that. So this is for modulator. So now we'll see demodulator block. So this is the exact block which I already shown in demodulator kit. So this is the actual block diagram. So likewise modulator, we can have detect the board, factory reset, and then configure the parameter and transmit the signal. So now we'll perform our first practical and observe the different waveform for this. So now we will perform our first practical for setting the different chip rate and setting the different bit clock and show observe the PN sequence and the different bit PN code chip clock and the INQ data and different symbols. So we have on our kit this is modulator demodulator. So first go to our software. So first do the setting at modulator side. So when I click on the modulator, just perform the kit first trial step, detection of kit is detected, factory reset. Okay, so now we'll set the code, our spreading code. So you can see here. So these are the three codes which we have available in our kit: Barker code, gold code, and maximum length sequence code. That is MLS code. And for different code, we can set the different chip rate from 1M to 10M chips. So first we will perform the barcode code spreading technique. In barcode we have the two factors like 11 and 13, and we will perform first 2 on 11 and select MGS as 1. Okay, so just close the window and make the configure. So our device is configured. Okay, so now we will see the actual output on kit. So we have to set the chip rate and the bit rate. So basically the how to relate the chip rate and the bit rate. So chip rate is the frequency can be observed on the chip clock pin using the digital oscilloscope or the logic analyzer. In our case we are going to use the digital oscilloscope. Similarly bit clock can be also observed. So user can also verify the chip rate on the software and click on the configure button to make the respective variation in the hardware. So the basic relation between bit clock and the chip rate and PM code are bit clock is equals to chip rate divided by PN code length. So in our case we have set the chip rate as 1M chips and the PN code as 11 and 13 is also there. So if we select the 1M chips rate and the 13 bit barcode, so our bit clock must be 76.93 kilohertz. So we can do this calculation on this for using this formula: chip rate divided by PN code length equals to bit clock. So now we'll see the PN code and different test point on this test point. So you can see here these are the pin available on the kit. 10 from upper side, 10 from lower side. There are two rows: first row, second row. In first row there are 10 pin which are the actual test points, and second row is a whole ground pin. So these are the ground pin, these are the test pin. So first pin is for chip clock. So you can see the chip clock on the first pin. So I connect the DSO on this first pin and observe the chip clock signal. So you can see here the chip clock signal. So you can see the chip clock signal like this. Second signal was the PN code. So PN code is generally multiplication of modulated code and our chip clock which you have seen. So the second pin is for PN code. So for pin configuration you can refer the manual. In manual you can see that the pin numbers and pin names for this kit. So this is the waveform for PN code. So you can see here the code is multiplied. This is the actual waveform. You can see the spreading is done. So actual code is multiplied in many ways. So I have connected the PN chip clock as well as PN code. So first is a chip clock which we have seen earlier, and this is a PN code which is generated. So you can see the difference here. The chip code, chip clock, and the PN code are so much different. So this is credit signal which we are going to use as a PN code. So this is channel 1, channel 2. So we have seen the chip clock PN code. So now we'll see the test data which we are using as our information signal. So this is our test data waveform. Now this test data is a 4th number pin. I have connected to 4th number pin. 5 number pin is for test data start of sequence. So this is a waveform for test data start of sequence, and point number 6 is for sample clocking. This is a sample waveform. You can observe here sample data is there, waveform of sample, and 7 is for I and 8 is for Q data. So we will also see that 7 pin we will observe the I data. So I data is the output of modulator. We can also see this output at this point I and Q data. So now we are seeing the I data output which I have connected to oscilloscope. This is pin, and the I data is look like this. So now Q data. So this is the Q data quadrature control, and similarly I spread and Q spread. So this is for I spread and Q spread. So this is a spread signal, I spread and Q spread signal. Similarly, you can observe the I and Q filter output data from this pin, and we can also observe the spectral frequency on the spectrum analyzer. By using that, we can observe the spectral density and different data rate, different frequency and different parameters, amplitude and all these things. So now up to until now we have the seen the for barcode code 11, and now we will see for barcode code 13 and another coding scheme. So do the factory reset and setting, make the barcode code 13 and chip data 1 MGS configure. Now we'll see the output of and different changes on PN sequence and data rates. So first we'll see the PN code. So PN code look like this. So you can see here the earlier the MCS the 11 bit is there, now it's 13 bit. So more bits are present in this. If you can measure this, there are more chip bits are present here. So spreading of signal is more here. So now see I data and Q data. So this is I data for 13 barcode code. Similarly for Q. This is I data. Now we see the I split data. So I split data is 9 number pin. So you can see the spread rate is there, spreading is there, and similarly we will see Q data and Q spread data. So this is Q data, Q spread data. So now we will see the different code spreading code. We have seen the barcode code. Now we will use gold code. In gold code we will see the n equals to 5, and this is generator G1 and G2 code. So just go select OK, configure. similarly we have to observe this point. We will directly see the I data, Q data, and I spread and Q spread. So first is I data. So this is I data for length 5. Similarly I spread data for 5. So you can see the spreading of the signal is occur. So now similarly we will see the Q spread data. This is Q spread data. Okay. So similarly we can see the chip clock, and the PN code. You can see the PN code for MN. See here, so there is too much spreading is there. So now we'll see the one example for gold code. For gold code, just do the factory reset. Whenever we do the new setting, we have to do the factory reset and make the setting accordingly. So gold code length 7, configure. So earlier we have to use the gold code 5, n equals to 5, and we have n equals to 7. So we will see the what is the difference. So this is the I data. See here, if you see here, the total number of pulses are 7 and spreaded. Earlier the 5, now it is 7. So likewise we can observe. So this is for I data and this is for I spread data. So this is the spread signal. And similarly Q data. So this is the waveforms for gold code, n equals to 5 and n equals to 7. So now we will switch to another coding. Maximum length sequence. Maximum length sequence in which we have the different means number of pens, n equals to 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will just check by n equals to 5. Select the n equals to 5 and generate a polynomial. Configure. Similarly we will see the I data. So this is the I data for n equals to 5, and for spread data, this is the I spread data. And now this is the Q data. So similarly we can select the different value of n and perform the accordingly, and observe the different chip rate and different symbols. So these are the polynomial, generated polynomial. Accordingly you can select. So we will check once by n equals to 9. So we will see what will be the effect. Okay. So this is I data. This is the I data. I data. Oh. Now this is I spread data, spread signal. Okay. And this is the Q data, Q component. So similarly we can select the different code and different values of n, and see the what is the effect on PN code and chip rate and BER as well.
आता हे झालं.
So this is the PA spreading code generator, in which we can select the different parameters. Close. This is a classic buffer. We can set the different parameter, modulator, rise cosine sequence. So rise cosine sequence root, we can select the value of the gain, which by default is 255. For BR measurement, we need to click on BR measurement block. We can set these blocks for BR measurement. Same procedure we have to follow here. So likewise we have to perform the all practicals and by setting the different parameters. So these are some observations which we have taken. This is the chip clock, which is 1 megahertz. So this is the reference for your practical chip clock, bit clock. This is for 11-bit Barker code. This is a bit Barker code. This is 8 gold. 8 gold means a Barker gold code for n equals to 5 and length is 31. This is for length n equals to 6 and 63. So you can see here the differences. For gold code n equals to 17. This is the output. This is the maximum length sequence n equals to 7. Maximum length n equals to 10. You can see the difference for n equals to 7 and n equals to 7. There is too much spreading of signal there. And this is I data. So this is the I data and with the PN code. I data with PN code. I spread signal with the IRC output signal. And these are the some spreading code, replica and the code log. So you can see all these waveform on this kit, and also you can see the BPSK constellation, QPSK constellation of which we have configured for our testing. So this is the QPSK constellation which we observed. You can see at the 4 points are there in oscilloscope for OQSP constellation, and these are some IRC filter output. So likewise you can note down and see these waveforms on CRO. Okay, like this we have to perform the practical and make a conclusion. So what is the basic difference between the gold code, Barker code and maximum length sequence code? So what is the effect on spreading, what is the bit rate error, and what is the SNR likewise. So this is all about our CDMA and DSS practical. Thank you so much.